Hi class, this is my Module 13 reflection. And the first question is, what area surprised you the most after looking at the websites for copyright and fair use websites? The most um, surprising for breaking copyright laws or fair use criteria. The biggest surprise to me was educators not being able to use these sources and into the classroom. There's a really fuzzy line between what teachers are allowed to use in the classroom as a reference to teach their students and what is straight up stealing people's ideas. In today's society, people would go on Pinterest to teach kids how to make a craft or do anything else for a specific assignment. Instead, what teachers are now needing to do is take that idea, look at those steps, and kind of create something in their own way in order to make it their own and give reference to that page. Um, so I guess that's the most surprising thing to me is that educators are somehow not allowed to use references or videos or types of criteria or types of media, yet they are because it's in education. So it's really confusing to me. So that's the most surprising is that I thought as long as you reference it, it should not matter. Sorry, I'm doing this on camera. It should not matter because it's for educational purposes. It's not like they're stealing a movie from um, like a DVD player and they're recording it on their phone and then they're showing it on class. Really, that I understand why that's a problem. I remember like the early 2000s was when that first big copyright pirate DVD scandal was going on and it became a really big deal. So I'm confused as to whether are we allowed to rent a DVD over World War II and show it in classrooms since we're talking about World War II in history, but we're showing off a movie? I'm really confused. Um, where have you experienced where educators have broken copyright laws and fair use policies? Every classroom, I feel like, has now broken fair copyright laws and fair use policies. I every day, even in college, I see teachers going on YouTube, or saving or clicking someone's review, or using Bill Nye the Science Guy that was on that quiz. Showing those videos. To me, it's not a big deal. That's the part two of this question. I don't think this is a big deal as long as you reference what you're using. So if science teachers want to use Bill Nye the Science Guy, the best science educator in the millennial age, to teach them about photosynthesis, I don't think it's that big of a deal. As long as either you're paying for the subscription and you're referencing it. Instead of saying, I came up with this all on my own and I have this degree so I know everything. No, teachers are aware that they do not know everything, and that's why we use references to learn. And sometimes if you listen to these videos or you listen to these references or read so many articles, you tend to read, but you also like to show things in a multitude kind of way. That's the whole purpose of education is you can take one way of learning, morph it into something else. Okay, how did you score on the fair use quiz? I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but apparently I'm not. It's very wordy. I scored a 65% on the quiz, and I think the reason why is because of the wording. I didn't know if I was saying true or false to whether it was the copyright was illegal or not, or who was losing. There's a couple in there that talked about art, and as an art educator and a student in that field right now, I there's a big issue with students who are copying and pasting images online and duplicating it exactly how they see it. That is copyright. However, if I took a picture or if I found a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge and I took that architecture and I took that outline and morphed it into something else, that is not copyright. And I think I overread it, and that's why, or I thought I would get a grasp on it, and then I didn't. If so, fact so. that's what happened. So overall, again, the education aspect is what really surprises me, that it's in fair use if it's for education, but if you don't reference it, it's not in fair use and it's copyright. I don't know. I need to figure it out, definitely, for becoming a teacher myself.